Welcome. My name is Andy Sheehan. I'm the town administrator for the town of Middleton. Welcome to this week's video. This is broadcasting the week of October 12th, 2020. Columbus Day, Indigenous Peoples Day was yesterday. And just going to give a quick update on a couple of things that are of interest around town, mostly things that are coming up. Early voting for the presidential election on November 3rd, Household Hazardous Waste Collection Day, Halloween. I know there's a lot of interest in Halloween, and a quick update on the status of the rail trail. So I'll get right into it. Early voting for the November 3rd election, which is the election of presidential electors, as well as state Senate and representative seats and some other things. Early voting for that begins this Saturday, October 17th. Early voting will take place this year at the Flint Public Library. So don't come to Memorial Hall like you did 4 years ago. Go to the Flint Public Library at 1 South Main Street on the ground floor. So if you go in around the back, the main entrance around the back is where the voting will take place. So early voting begins Saturday, October 17th, and it runs through Friday, October 30th. Every day of the week, Saturdays and Sundays included. So the full schedule, the hours adjust from day to day. So the full schedule is available on the homepage of our website at www.middletonma.gov. Another event coming up in a little over a week, about a week and a half, is Household Hazardous Waste Collection Day. Normally that is held at Masconomet Regional. This year, as a result of COVID, we had to move that. So we're hosting it this year in Middleton at the former Middleton Golf Course at 105 South Main Street. Household Hazardous Waste Collection Day is Saturday, October 24th. It runs from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. It can shut down earlier depending on how much is collected. If they run out of, if the vendor runs out of storage, then it'll end up being shortened a little bit. So plan ahead, get there early so that you can get your stuff taken. There's additional information on the website. Again, www.middletonma.gov, including a list of things that are accepted and things that are not accepted. So certain things are not hazardous, and you can dispose of in your regular trash, like latex paints. Other things they can't take. So check the list on the website for the information that's available. We also know that there's a lot of interest among kids and parents for Halloween. We are hopeful that Halloween will go off this year. That's our plan anyways. The Board of Health, the Health Department, will be issuing some guidance for safe trick-or-treating probably before the end of this week. That's our hope anyways, to get it out this week. So that will also be posted on the town's website, www.middletonma.gov. And then a couple of updates on things. Last week we had the official kickoff of the rail trail. We posted a video last week. The contractor broke ground last week, started working, pushing material around last week on the rail trail. Started at Essex Street. He's working the first phase of it, runs from Essex to Central Street, and also crosses Park. So the contractor has been in for the last few days, bringing material in and regrading, and so that project continues on. So happy to see that project underway, and things are moving really quickly. So great to see. Last week, I gave an update on the town's response to an outbreak of COVID-19 positive cases at the jail. We're continuing to monitor that. We're in regular contact with Sheriff Coppinger at the jail. We've also been in contact with the governor's office and the Secretary of Health and Human Services, and as well as our State House delegation representatives, Jones and Spiliotis and Senator Tarr, to try to get some assistance on how we can be sort of carved out of the red zone that the state map has us in currently. We've been put in the red because of the outbreak at the jail, and we're trying to get some help on that. And the good news is that two pieces of good news. First, that the numbers at the jail as of this morning were down quite a bit, not quite, down about 40%, say, from where they were a week ago. More important to residents and business folks in Middleton is our at-large count is currently at 1. We have 1 active positive case in Middleton among the among the general population. So you're all continuing to do a great job with masking and social distancing and hand washing and everything else, the simple stuff that really has a great impact on battling the coronavirus. So we appreciate that. We ask you to keep it up, keep doing what you're doing. It's not a lot to ask, but it has a great impact. So, and we'll keep doing our part in terms of working with the governor's office and our State House delegation, and we'll keep you up to date on any developments with respect to that. So this week's quote comes from Voltaire. Voltaire was an 18th century French philosopher, writer, historian. He was an Enlightenment figure whose ideas and writings contributed to what eventually developed into the small d democratic ideals on which our nation was founded. And so there's some question about whether Voltaire actually said these words, but there's very little debate about the fact that they accurately reflect the ideals that he had with respect to freedom of speech and freedom of expression. And so it goes like this, quote, "I disapprove of what you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it," unquote. And it's, you know, I think it's words to keep in mind as we approach the November 3rd election. There's a lot of strong opinions on all sides of the political spectrum. So freedom of speech goes both ways. So your right, my right. So again, just something to keep in mind. I've had some feedback from some residents and others about topics, and we'll be getting to those, some of which we've already gotten to, others we will get to in the future. So if you have ideas that you'd like to see us address, see me address, or other staff address, send them to me at andrew.sheehan@middletonma.gov. As always, thanks to Paul Pellicelli and Adam Stone from Middleton Public Access for producing these videos. And until next time, be safe and be well.